Hey everybody, it's your favorite Canuck from Canuckistan Reacts. Back at you one more week. Here we go with another video. This is 20 times road rage got served instant karma. As I understand it, it's, well, you know, instant karma. Like something happens to the road rager right afterwards that kind of seems to be deserving. So, without further ado, let's do, shall we?
Hello everyone! In this video, we continue our journey into road rage, where pepper spray is a simple tool to quickly quell the rage. Let's see what new lessons the people in today's video bring us. The rage
Yes, of course, this is an educational video for educational purposes only and entertainment purposes only. Do not try any of this stuff at home or on the road.
began when the motorcyclist hit the car's side mirror and then fled. This enraged the retired man in the car, who decided to chase the young motorcyclist at 50 miles per hour through quiet residential streets. The entire incident was recorded by the driver's own dashcam, despite his initial lie that it was broken. He was ultimately
Yeah, that's not very smart doing stuff like this when you've got a dash cam.
sentenced to 8 months in jail for dangerous driving and obstructing the police. The rage happened when this man tried to cross the street, despite the streetlight being green.
I gotta admit that does tick me off when people do that, because the light's only going to stay green for so long, and you get 3 or 4 especially drunk people walking across when your light is green, and you know, by the time they get to the other side your light could be red. Now you got to wait even more.
The sound of a car horn made him angry, and he rushed towards the oncoming driver. But his aggression was quickly quelled by pepper spray as he rushed to the car door.
That last one got him right in the face. What a dick. You know, like, you were in the wrong in the first place. Just take the L and move on.
The man in the sedan attempted to make a right turn despite another sedan already moving. What's worth mentioning is that, as soon as his intention failed, he got angry at the driver behind him.
Yeah, isn't that just typical? That's, you know, that happens so much these days. I don't know what has changed in our society, but now, instead of admitting when they're wrong, people get mad at you for them being wrong. That makes a lot of sense.
But his anger was quickly extinguished by the pepper spray.
Oh, another one with pepper spray.
A prior altercation led this man to rage against a truck.
Oh, these are some of the worst. These are some of the stupidest drivers out there. You don't brake check an 18-wheeler. The guy's hauling at 80,000 pounds. He's not going to be able to stop on a dime.
This made him decide to use his own SUV to confront a large truck loaded with goods. But this was what made him quickly realize the enormous lesson of this rampage. "33-year-old Esther Paragula organized a real race in Ohio. The female driver tried to escape from a series of police at a speed of 180 kilometers per h and was finally arrested.
Per hour, you stupid moron. I'll bet he doesn't even know what the H stands for. He's probably like 18 years old, if that, and doesn't even understand what the H stands for. Which is funny that he knows what the KM stands for.
A previous misunderstanding caused the man in the sedan to fly into a rage and suddenly block the car the man was approaching. He ferociously took the hockey stick and rushed forward. But before he could vent his anger, he received a full blow from the pepper spray.
Another one with pepper spray. I mean, still, you know, you're going to swing at me with a hockey stick, especially when I'm in a car? Like, come on. You know, and most of these are, well, no, those look like European plates on the car beside him. So I was going to say most of these are probably in the U.S. He's lucky he didn't get shot. But I guess if he's in Europe, then that's likely why he didn't get shot.
The rage started when two men dispute over the narrowing lane. Things gradually became out of control when the older man got out of the car and screamed at the truck driver. However, the truck driver also decided to respond to that. Perhaps that is why we need to be calm in every situation on the road. This incident...
Those ones piss me off because usually in the case where the lane is ending, there's signs. And you know the lane is ending if you're paying any attention to the signs. And so for the most part, in a case where the lane is ending, I think the driver that's in that lane is at fault.
Occurred in New York City when two sedans decided to chase each other when the road was too crowded during off-duty hours. It all ended when a sedan lost control and suddenly crashed into a wall due to too fast speed. The incident happened in London. When the woman changed lanes, she had to brake suddenly to avoid the oncoming man driving the bicycle. What's worth mentioning is that the man was extremely angry about this, and he even slammed his hand down on the car's bonnet, causing the woman in the car to panic. A previous...
I hate incidents like that with cyclists because 9 times out of 10, you couldn't see them at first. You're looking in every direction you possibly can because you're making a turn, and you just don't see them coming.
Conflict caused these two men to decide to get out of the car to argue. The situation escalated when the man in the beanie knocked the pickup driver's phone to the ground. This made him quickly realize he had picked the wrong person to mess with. Always consider carefully before you decide to speed up. Because speeding up sometimes brings you home sooner, but it also makes you rush into bad things.
Moron.
As soon as you intend to change lanes and accelerate, make sure there is no one coming from behind.
Oh my God.
Please give a like to this man with a smart but unfortunate way of doing things if it makes you feel happy.
It's not a smart way of doing things. Cyclists think they own the bloody road.
Daniel Cuevas was riding his motorcycle to work when a car cut him off after running a red light. This caused the two people to have a conflict. The situation seemed to have ended, but the car driver didn't give up and rammed the motorcyclist several times before stopping by the side of the road.
Because you clearly saw me and you know your light was red, right? You know your light was red, right? You know your light was red, right? What?
If you are confronted by an aggressive person, the best way is to give them victory and leave for everyone's safety.
Especially when you got a roid monkey like that who thinks he's always in the right because he's a tough guy.
The conflict occurred in a previous incident, causing two men to rush into each other in the parking lot. The rage became more intense when the man wearing a striped shirt tried to cling to the car's window. Then they both left. Eventually, the man realized that his hand couldn't overpower the car window. No matter how bad things get, your safety is paramount. A prior conflict occurred at McDonald's. The woman felt angry and brought a water bottle and threw it directly at the other driver.
I have something I would like to say about that, but I can't say it on YouTube.
Always give in to each other when you can. Because arriving safely at our destination is what we always want, not getting out of the car and rushing towards each other to win in a senseless rage.
And as usual, the asshole gets mad at the innocent guy.
Although not enough safe distance. And he even used the signal lights, but still tried to squeeze into the lane in front of this driver. This caused him to receive the karma of his own creation.
Yep. He got exactly what he deserved. Unfortunately, somebody else got involved in it too, but thankfully everyone was okay. Or at least they say so in the video.
Do you think using pepper spray is a good way to quickly resolve road rage? Comment with number 1 if you agree with this view. Comment with number 2 if you disagree.
Motherfucker. You touch my shit, I'm gonna fucking pepper spray you again.
There's a lot of people that seem to have pepper spray out there.
No matter how great your rage is, hopefully you'll always remember that stopping in the middle of the highway is extremely dangerous. This rage incident occurred in Staten Island, New York, when an earlier incident caused an elderly man to become enraged and threatened two young men with a hammer. However, the hammer didn't make him any stronger. This video is one of the biggest reasons why you should reconsider your rage. No one wins when road rage happens. When you decide to walk away from rage, that's when you truly win the journey. Nick was driving to
I'm glad I live in a city where we don't have these kinds of road rage incidents.
his office when two men in a Mini Cooper cut him off. These two men became angry and claimed that Nick had refused to give way to them when they wanted to pass. Fortunately, the situation ended peacefully when they both left. Karma is when you receive double or many times more than what you created. Patience will sometimes test your wallet. The man driving this SUV couldn't wait for the bus in front of him, so he decided to speed up and pass by driving onto the sidewalk. Unfortunately for him, a police car patrolling nearby witnessed the entire incident.
That is awesome. Cop right there saw the whole thing happening.
And ordered him to stop. A minor incident earlier caused two men to fly into a rage and aggressively approach the man driving the Honda.
Rule number 1, your doors should always be locked when you're driving. That guy shouldn't have been able to pull the door open.
Fortunately, the situation didn't escalate further, as the man in the Honda decided to speed up and leave. If this video helps you learn new lessons or brings you joy, subscribe to the channel so that every time a new video appears, you will be the first to watch it. The rampage occurred when the black sedan hit the cyclist, which caused him to get angry and kick the sedan. This caused the sedan
Oh, he's a cyclist who thinks he's a biker.
to press the accelerator and continue to hit the car in front. Finally, his rampage ended, and he got on his moto and ran away.
Oh, holy fuck. Do not hit my motherfucking car, dude.
William was driving home after work when he encountered a woman wielding a knife, blocking his way as if she wanted to cause trouble. Immediately, William took out his pepper spray to teach her a lesson. The rage happened.
See, what you do in a case like that is you lock your brakes and you start revving the engine and jump towards her fast. She'll probably jump out of the way first. Play a little chicken with her. She'll probably give up.
Happened when the truck was moving too slowly.
But don't listen to anything I say on here, and don't do this at home in your own car.
In front, making it impossible for the man driving the sedan to overtake. This made him angry, and as soon as he got ahead, he decided to respond by cutting in front of the truck.
The truck driver can't help it. He's probably governed to a certain speed. People like this are assholes.
The distance was so close that the car behind did not have enough time to react and crashed into the truck. Fortunately, the effort to pull the brakes kept everyone safe.
Pull the brakes? I'm not exactly sure where this guy learned to speak English.
The Jeep kept trying to get through the road despite it being heavily congested. This caused the man behind to wait too long, making him furious and rush at the Jeep.
What an
The
idiot.
situation escalated as both of them started fighting, further worsening the traffic jam. In the end, the angry man had to leave in anger. Who do you think was at fault in this situation?
The angry man for not having any patience. I mean, the guy in the Jeep was trying to get into traffic, and it's not his fault that the traffic was that heavy. He had to do it this way, or he felt he had to do it this way. Looks like a pretty congested city, and obviously when it's that congested, the best way, as you could see, is for him to come in and cross the first two lanes of traffic that were going to his left, and then get into that center turning lane. And no, there isn't a center turning lane. He's not in that. But I guess, I don't know. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, no, that wasn't the best way to get in. I thought that was a center turning lane, in which case, crossing the first two lanes of traffic and then waiting in the center turning lane until you could get into the other two would be kind of the only thing you could do. But now I'm looking at it again, I'm not sure that's a center turning lane.
Comment 1 if you think it was the Jeep driver. Comment 2 if you think it was the hot-headed shirtless man.
Why not just comment Jeep driver or hot-headed shirtless man? Why does it have to be 1 or 2? Millennials do that on YouTube, and that's so weird, on social media in general. Comment A if you think this, comment B if you think that. Why don't I just comment what I think rather than saying A or B? Makes no sense.
Liam was driving home after work in Houston. As he was changing lanes because he was about to reach the exit, a motorbike sped past Liam. The incident occurred when the man driving the motorbike lost concentration and crashed into the SUV in the same direction. The
Yeah, that
woman
was
sitting in
smart
the
of him.
back was taken to the hospital later. George was driving his car on the way home after work when the man driving the Chevrolet was trying to merge into the lane and signaled George to stop and give way to him.
Jesus Christ. What an asshole. 821.
It seemed like everything was over when the man left, but then he suddenly stopped, got out of his car, and yelled at George right on the highway.
It's on video. It's on video. Look, you're on video.
A kind motorcyclist, who was very upset about this, decided to confront him.
Oh, punch. Yep, try the guy with the helmet. Like you're a golf club? That's assault with a weapon.
The rage seemed to have ended after the man in the beanie left. Then the bald man decided to rush up and kick the car behind him to receive more karma.
And karma he received. Let it go, dude. He just thumped you down.
After the incident and road rage with the sports car, the man driving the SUV decided to flee, despite his hood being up and obstructing his view. Eventually, as he went around a corner, his obstructed view caused him to lose control and flip the car over. The road
That wasn't really because of his obstructed view. That was because he was taking the corner too fast and he's driving a vehicle that's top heavy and known to roll over.
rage incident occurred when Lawrence was on his way to his office in Southern California. He encountered a man driving a Ford, cutting into his lane while he was changing lanes. This made the man angry, and he decided to speed up and hit Lawrence's car. But this also caused him to receive the karma he created.
God, people are such idiots. I love watching these videos because it is hilarious, but it just amazes me at the stupidity level of some of these drivers.
The rage began when the pickup truck driver tried to tailgate the sedan. Finally, the rage became more intense when the man driving the pickup truck decided to speed up and overtake.
Again, the level of stupidity of some of these drivers. I guess it's probably because I live in a city where this doesn't happen, but I don't understand that level of road rage. I don't understand how a person's temper can get to such a boiling point that they do something like what's being seen in this video. I don't get it. You know, the first thing I think of when my temper starts to get anywhere near like that, I'm going to give myself a heart attack. I need to back down. And I do. Back down, that is, not give myself a heart attack.
This man tried to break into a store and even raged at a passerby who warned him. He left but soon received instant karma.
Oh!
The man driving a white sedan stopped to pick up his child, but this caused the bus, which was turning around, to get stuck there.
No consideration whatsoever for the bus driver. And look at this guy. He looks like he's raging at the bus driver, like it's the bus driver's fault.
Both men quickly clashed to resolve their rage.
Unreal. All because the guy in the car thinks he's special and can just park wherever he wants because he's picking up his kid.
After some scuffling, the sedan driver left. Shortly after, a police car appeared. An earlier collision caused the two men to rush into each other to vent their rage. In the end, the older man in the pink shirt got a face full of pepper spray when he decided to attack the younger man.
Looks like pepper spray is pretty common in Europe. It's funny because we can't get pepper spray here unless it's called bear spray. Or even dog spray, I'm not sure. I don't think you can carry even bear spray on you if you're walking around in the city. It has to be called dog spray, even though it's all the same thing. Probably differing levels of concentration of OC.
A prior disagreement had led to the two men shouting at each other while waiting at a red light. The rage became more intense when the man in the car threw open the car door, knocking down the man in the moto. The man in the car quickly...
He's in the moto? Okay, you want to call it a moto, that's fine. That's a European thing, but he's not in it. He's on it.
Got out of the car with an aggressive attitude, despite the advice of the man on the street. In the end, he had to leave quietly when he had received enough karma.
Look at him squaring up like he knows what he's doing. Fat bastard couldn't throw a punch to save his life. And I'm not discounting myself in that fat bastard remark.
This rage happened in Wigan, Greater Manchester. The incident began when the white van apparently chose the wrong lane at the roundabout before changing lanes to avoid re-entering the highway. This caused an SUV to jostle for position until it suddenly swerved in front of the van. The man in the SUV quickly jumped out and unleashed his fury. However, the large man in the van swiftly got out and retaliated. A minor conflict caused the man driving the Mercedes to burst into a rage and shout at the van driver. He decided to block the van in the middle of the intersection. Finally, he rushed out of the car, threw something in the van driver's face, and left with teary eyes.
Another one with pepper spray.
Cole was returning home from work when, as he was merging onto the highway, a young man cut in front of Cole's car, and he even got angry.
Do it! Hit me!
Everything seemed to be over when the two left, when he suddenly followed and cut in front of Cole's car again. Unfortunately for the young man, this time he was going too fast and crashed into the roadside barrier.
Good.
Finally, the young man walked out to the car and asked Cole not to give this video to the police, but Cole's answer was no.
Yeah, this video's going straight to the police, you moron.
The rage began from a minor disagreement earlier, causing the driver of the Porsche Cayenne to throw a bucket of water at the cameraman and drive off. Things didn't stop there when he decided to speed up and stop cameraman. At the same time, the oncoming van caused his car to crash into a container parked nearby. The man driving this BMW did not yield to the elderly pedestrian crossing the street, and even walked away after the incident occurred. It's worth
He drove away.
mentioning that he blatantly did this right in front of the police. And in the end, the police could not let him get away with it any longer.
That's a tight street to have to turn around a van like that.
No matter how angry you are, a bicycle colliding with a multi-ton SUV cannot make you a winner. The road
Yep.
seemed to be congested during rush hour, but this man didn't seem to understand that. He kept tailgating the cameraman and even became enraged and blocked the car. Thinking the cameraman had brake checked with him, in the end, his rage successfully earned him a ticket.
Yeah, put the car in park before you get out too, tough guy. A road dispute quickly turned into a chase on Highway 59 in Montgomery County. The couple was on their way to travel when Montes, 30 years old, suddenly accelerated into the rear bumper of their car for no reason and began shouting at the couple. The two cars chased each other on the highway for a long time, venting their rage. As Montes sped away, he cut into the path of an innocent moto driver leaving the highway. Ultimately, Montes was arrested by Splendora police and charged with serious offenses. Yeah.
Nathan was riding his motorcycle in Los Angeles when a man driving a Dodge wanted to change lanes to the left, but Nathan was approaching at the same time, so he couldn't change lanes. This made him furious, and he intentionally collided with Nathan before driving off. Not long after, he was finally arrested for fleeing the scene after causing an accident. Rage ensued when the driver of a Mercedes suddenly brake-checked the car behind him. But as soon as the car behind honked and flashed its lights, he became angry and pressed the car behind for a long time. When he finally changed lanes and left, the police car behind him asked him to stop.
Suddenly behaving when he sees the cop. And the police don't ask him to stop. This is the second time this guy has said they asked him to stop. They don't ask you to stop. They signal for you to stop with their lights and sometimes siren.
A woman driving a pickup truck decided to cut in front of Zeus's car while he was approaching. She even brake-checked.
Dude's name is actually Zeus. I've had a dog named Zeus. And I know I've met a couple of guys in my life named Thor, but I've never met anybody named Zeus.
Checked with him, causing the two cars to almost crash into each other. But soon she turned left without looking and crashed into the oncoming man.
That was brilliant.
For unknown reasons, the truck driver swerved while the road was too congested. This made many people behind angry, and a van driver decided to rush towards the truck to vent his anger.
City.
If this video brings you new experiences to make your driving easier, subscribe to the channel and press the bell button so that every time there is a new video, you will be the first to watch it. This woman nearly rear-ended Mike's car when they both exited the highway. She even swerved in and out of traffic, cutting into other people's paths and almost hitting them. And this is what happened when Mike caught her up to confront her about it.
You're swerving in and out of traffic running red lights. So you almost ran into me on the exit of the freeway. So what? If you hit me and what? If you hit me and what? That's all you care about? Alright.
Yeah,
okay. Because you don't know how to drive?
You don't know how to drive.
How about you almost rear-ended me? Yeah, I know you don't give a for almost rear-ending me. Alright. Well, we'll see. Alright, go. Hey, come on, bitch. You can't even spit, you trash bitch!
Three men clashed in a road rage incident in Bucharest, Romania. Everything seemed to be over when the man driving the black car backed up at high speed. You can't imagine how terrifying the consequences of road rage can be until you've truly witnessed it. This rage occurred between two men who had a previous conflict, resulting in severe damage to two vehicles, and the person responsible for the incident fled the scene.
And I've had the mic muted this whole time, so I hope I didn't say anything important that I wanted you to hear.
This video will explain why you need to stay calm in any situation on the road. You never know who or what you might be dealing with when you lose your temper and get out of your car. This man was the victim of the van driver's unwarranted rage for which he did not know the reason. Rage happened in McAllen, Texas.
Why even include that one? Nobody knows what happened, and nobody could see what happened after the van stopped because the guy with the dash cam kept on driving. I wouldn't have even included that one if I was making this video.
When two men rushed into each other in a conflict while standing near a red light. The younger man decided to attack first, but this caused him to receive karma soon after.
Now that was a stupid bitch move. He punched or tried to punch him and then ran away.
This man driving a moto got angry when the sedan suddenly swerved into his lane. This made him angry and broke the rearview mirror of the sedan. And this is also what caused him to receive the karma he created. Hopefully this video will be a great lesson for all of us about staying calm when participating in traffic. The rage began when this man tried to illegally overtake, prompting the cameraman to honk to remind him. However, this causes him to become enraged, and attempt to block the cameraman to resolve his anger. But the cameraman's pepper spray helped calm him down.
Another one with pepper spray, and it's European.
The man driving the Nissan tried to cut into a crowded lane right in front of the truck driver, but what's notable is that he even became enraged and rushed at the truck driver to argue. After a heated argument, he left, taking the truck driver's keys with him. He then dragged the truck driver along in his fit of rage. If someone gets out of the car and is angry with you, don't roll down the window and drive away immediately or face it calmly.
Oh, they need to block him in and stop him.
A previous incident caused 3 cars to pull over to resolve their conflict.
Again, why were his doors unlocked?
The rage eventually subsided when a soldier appeared and intervened. The rage occurred when the man driving the motorcyclist overtook and stood in front of the sedan. This
The man driving the motorcyclist? It's a man driving a motorcycle, or it's a motorcyclist. You don't drive a motorcyclist. A motorcyclist is a person who rides a motorcycle.
This enraged the sedan driver, who then rammed into the motorcycle's rear, causing it to fall and throwing the motorcyclist off. But some people think that the motorcyclist was wrong. Who do you think is at fault in this situation? Comment 1 if you think the motorcyclist was wrong. Comment 2 if you think the sedan driver was at fault. No matter how intense your rage, you must remember that your safety is paramount. Our goal when behind the wheel is to reach our destination safely, so winning or losing in a rage incident won't make you a safer driver.
Of course, it's evidence, you know? It's evidence.
This road rage incident began when a truck driver didn't allow a sedan to change lanes. Things escalated when a man in brown pants got out of the sedan with a baseball bat and smashed the truck's
Why does it
passenger
matter
window.
what color pants he's wearing?
Finally, the two rushed at each other and struggled, wrestling for weapons until the police appeared. There are no winners when road rage comes out and becomes intense. Hope everyone will always keep calm in every situation that occurs. You never know who or whatever you will confront when you get angry, or most likely you will confront your clumsiness. You never know who or what you'll be up against when you lose your temper and step out of your car. Therefore, the best way to handle the situation is with calmness and tolerance.
That very likely could have crushed that guy's pelvis.
The driver of the Ford tried to run the red light in the hope that he would get across the road, but the SUV also ran the red light and went almost to the end of the bridge, forcing him to reverse. Everyone was fine, but his car cost $5,000 to repair. Do you believe that if everyone stayed calm in all road situations, it would reduce 90% of serious incidents? A minor incident led to a conflict between this woman and the man driving a pickup truck. This made the woman so enraged that she decided to use her gun to subdue the man. Luckily, the rampage ended when a nearby officer who witnessed the entire incident quickly arrived to resolve the situation.
Well, at least the cop saw the whole thing, because otherwise she could get shot for holding a gun when he showed up.
This conflict occurred near a traffic light intersection in Miami. The rage was between an older couple and a younger couple. The rage ended when the younger couple left after the fight was over. A previous incident caused two men with guns in their hands to begin attacking another driver to vent their rage. Fortunately, the rampage quickly ended when a female patrol police officer arrived shortly afterward.
And she doesn't have her gun drawn?
I'm very tempted to just say,
Oh. Sorry about that. That's another video starting up there, and we don't want that. So, I'm going to bring this to a close, and I don't even know if I'm actually going to use this video, because I've just noticed that the whole time I haven't been using my headset. I've been using my desktop audio, which means I don't even know if it was recording, and if it was, the desktop audio might have been interfering, and I have no idea. I'm looking at my levels now, and I don't think it was recording at all, so this probably isn't going to get used. So I'll do my usual anyway, just in case I do use it. God's willing, Daffy Duck willing. We'll see y'all in the next video. Ciao for now.